have the book, The Great Ages of Man, Ancient America. I believe this book was probably $20 or cheaper, and it's been used. Now we're at the table of contents. Introduction. Number 1, the earliest Americans, picture essay, a group portrait. Okay, so what did the earliest or first Americans look like? So right here we have this book, 100 Amazing Facts About the Negro with Complete Proof by J.A. Rogers. Okay, and many other books to attest who were the first Americans. Okay, it's right here, Ancient Civilizations. Okay, let's go down right here. Negroes lived in America thousands of years before Columbus. Central American monuments show numerous carvings of them as gods. When Columbus came to the New World, Negroes had been crossing from Africa to South America, a distance of 1,600 miles. The first white man to reach the American mainland and tell of seeing Negroes. Columbus, who visited South America, said that he had heard of them there. Interesting. Now we're at the back of the book, Ancient Civilizations, number 16. On the presence of Negro in America before Columbus, C.C. Marquez says the Negro type is seen in the most ancient Mexican sculpture. The Negro figure frequently in the most remote traditions of some American pueblos. It is to this race undoubtedly belongs to the most ancient skeletons of very distant structure of two of the red American races, which have been found in various places from Bolivia to Mexico. Okay. And you can see also Professor R.B. Dixon, Racial History of Mankind. Dixon emphasizes the fact that there was an early Negro strand in Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and Central American Indians. Columbus says he wanted to find out what the Indians had told him that there had come to it from the South and Southeast Negro peoples. Journal of the Third Voyage, page 6. Okay, let's look at some of the pictures. All right. So you can see people of color. Okay, brown, tawny, and swarthy. Swarthy, dark complexion. And we have tawny, which is a medium to light brown. Okay. Let's get a better lighting. All right. Okay. More pictures. Didn't look like this in the depiction in the movie Wakanda, or I call it Wakanda Forever. So as we can see, Negro, older English words were more and blackamoor. And Negro generally was blue man or blue man. So blue skin equates to people of color, swarthy or tawny. That's where you get blue blood from, dark melanin. They miscast those tribes in that movie. Okay, look at that. Look at the hair. Look at the nose. Okay. Some would say this is locks. Okay. Let me see. All right. So now we're at the American Dictionary of the English Language, Noah Webster, 1828. Let's see what the Americans are classified, or what are their phenotypes or looks. So right here we have Aboriginal. See origin. First, original, primitive. We know they're not primitive. Aboriginal people are the first inhabitants of a country. Aboriginal tribes of America. So we just seen with the Aboriginal tribes of America what they looked like. Okay, Aboriginal, original or primitive inhabitant. The first settlers in a country are called Aboriginals. That's the Celts, because the Celts were people of color in Europe, and Indians in America. Okay, so color is not defined to one specific region. Okay, not just Africa. Aborigines, aboriginals, but not an English word. So right here we have American, pertaining to America. American, a native of America, originally applied to the aboriginals or copper-colored races found here by the Europeans, but now applied to the descendants of Europeans born in America. As we can see right here, whether it's North America or South America. Okay. I repeat, a native of America, originally applied to the aboriginals or copper-colored races found here by the Europeans, but now applied to the descendants of Europeans born in America. So it states, as the Shang probably did in China, the Black Aztec and Inca unwisely used their Mongol subjects for low-level work and sacrifice. In the Inca Empire, these were the Yanacas, if I'm pronouncing it right, when the Spanish came and they rebelled and joined forces with the Spanish to bring down the Inca Empire. The Armenians were later double-crossed by the Spanish. Then they tried to sue the Spanish in Spanish courts for redress. See litigations over the rights of natural lords in earlier colonial courts in the Andes below. So it states, La Doncella is a 500-year-old sacrificial Mongol child of the Inca Empire, mummified by freezing, a lower level or class in the Inca Empire. So before the brainwash and indoctrination in schools, so-called blacks in different lands and regions were known as kings, queens, nobles, knights, chiefs, chieftains, squares, dukes, counts, etc. Okay, noble or nobility, especially in Europe. Now, I wanted to zoom in on the top of the picture. It states, the palace symbolized Aztec government. Emperor and chiefs sat above war councils and courts below. Now, I zoomed in on the picture. Looks like a so-called black man or Negro to me. A swarthy or tawny person. So it states, a few things are clear from the Inca king list portrait above and other artifacts. Number one, the Incas and the Peruvian rulers before them were not Mongol type people. Number two, the Holy Roman Emperor and Spanish ruler Charles V, Carlos Quinto, was a black man. This is a cheap book. I recommend it if you have any children or willing to learn true history. You know, you ain't gonna be taught it in these schools. So it'd be best to collect and start teaching your own children versus the government-sponsored schools, which only indoctrinate and teach you about slavery and so forth. But peace.